Jones and Phil Parkin about to throw down. This is the sort of match that might not take very long if they both get into the swing of things. Rikki on the break to kick things off, which I think actually Phil might be a little bit grateful for to start this match.
Yeah, and he gets a lovely opportunity to start the match off here. Similar to his first match, where he had the first opportunity. No ball in hand this time, but he doesn't need it. I mean, he's absolutely primed here, whichever set he wants. Well, he's looking at yellows. I was thinking it'd be reds. I was thinking it'd be reds because the red nearest left centre was a good starter, and then there was a perfect connection down the table, the one to the right of the 8 ball, and then it all sort of. But he's seen it a different way, and the yellows aren't bad at all. I mean, yellows are all really good as well.
This may feel a little bit like a bit of justice for Phil. Watching Rikki break dry and him get first opportunity in this match after what happened in the last.
If the yellow doesn't pass the yellow to bottom left, then the reds were better, in my opinion. If that yellow does pass, then you could see the route, top right, left centre, and then it all works its way round. One on the bottom cushion leaves 8 ball right centre. But he's having to work a little bit harder with his route here, but you still expect him to get these. Where he's going here, he's still going to end up playing a shot here. If he leaves yellow nearest the bottom left as last ball, where's the 8 ball going? It looks like he's going to go bottom left now and then use the one nearest the right centre, maybe taking it up the table, but he's playing shots.
That's what Phil's here to do, is play shots.
I think he's still going to end up with a fairly routine 8 ball. That was a lovely pace control shot, drawing that one back.
Finish with Phil Parkin. Counter clearance, reverse clearance. And Rikki Jones is already behind the 8 ball here.
And that's what I talk about at the top of the show with Phil. He's made that fairly routine finish, but there was some shots that had to be played during the visit. He was crossing lines. He was, working in in the hands of someone like John McAllister or some of the other top players, that might have looked like the easiest thing in the world, just drop-ins all the way through, because there was that sort of pattern available. But you can't criticise what Phil's just done, because he does what he's just done on repeat, for long periods of time, and he still ended up with a really simple last 2 balls. So it's hard to say it was the wrong way. It's just he sees it differently to other players.
Back to the front ball break for Phil Parkin. That is 4 in a row. This one, you have to say, is user error. Watch the cue ball here. No contact, scratches straight in off. He knew immediately.
Yeah, that time it really was. The first 3, yeah, very, very unfortunate. That time is all on him.
Do you think there's a little bit of sort of him getting in his own head about the Enos when he's coming up to that break, and almost in a strange way manifesting a less than perfect strike?
Well, I mean, he probably just thought, well, I'm going to launch this as hard as I can, because when I've tried to control the cue ball, it's gone wrong. And, I mean, he's left the easiest finish of the night. So Rikki didn't quite get as close to this one as he liked. So just be careful, which he has. And again, just be careful not to let the cue ball drift behind the 2 yellows. Yeah, grimace here, because it's easy to get this shot wrong. Yeah, played it well.
Quick as you like, 1-1. These 2 might pick up a little bit of a rhythm for just a couple of frames of the night so far.
Just over, what was that, about 4 minutes 15 seconds, and bear in mind the clock hasn't stopped when the balls were being racked as well. That's 2 pretty quick finishes on the trot to start this match.
Needs to get that break firing, because Phil really does. It's so difficult to win these nights as it is. if you're having real trouble with your break, it's next to impossible.
Frame 3, Rikki Jones to break. 1 frame more.
Well, it's fair to say that Ricky's break hasn't started either.
Yeah, that's the only good news for Phil Parkin, is at least his opponents haven't been perfect on the break. That one in-off break from Eddie in the previous match, and Eddie missing first ball kind of gave him the same first visit feel.
Well, it has to be reds for Phil, but there is one pretty obvious problem ball.
Back yourself for the double. You've got a perfect connection for the double. I suspect we'll see him go that way. It's not an easy ball to break out. Not an easy ball to play underneath it. So get straight in on the red to bottom right corner, and that connects yourself perfectly onto the double. Probably want to be playing it. I thought he missed that one for a second.
I think probably for a moment as well.
You could leave it till last, but I would have thought he would have wanted to play on that red to bottom right to get on the double next, and then use the red near the bottom left. The only thing is that you are leaving the 8 ball without a good connection, which is probably why he's not done that. Oh, I see. So he's going to play the cannon here. You feel risky to play a cannon late, but this is a good ball to play it. Just bump into the red full ball, missing it, and you're in trouble though.
Missing it and you're in big trouble.
I'm all for that if you can get there 4 shots ago when you've still got balls up the table. I think that's a great option.
Yeah, I think Phil's thinking is, well, I can't miss this cannon. You know, and if he hits the red, he's almost guaranteed to be under one next to it. I just don't think he can believe he's missed the cannon. But he's...
Double goes to the corner, he's okay. If it doesn't, fully in trouble. I think it does go. Just straightened it a touch. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the layout again right from the start. I like the line he found, because I was looking at thinking there's not a great ball to play the cannon, but he's found a good one. There was a line through the yellows there with control, but by leaving it late, you're basically saying you have to hit the shot perfect. But if he plays it second, third shot when he's got balls up the table, you've got so much more margin of error.
It's a good shot that from Rikki. Blocks off the sort of natural one cushion to kick out, so he's going to have to come from above. It's a brilliant effort.
Yeah, he should go here. He doesn't have to, but you've just seen how close Phil's got to that. One cushion kick shot. You really want to leave him another shot like that? Probably not. I do think the yellow just to the right of the red does pass, so these aren't bad at all.
Yeah, it helps him with that yellow way.
Yeah.
Else should sort of unfold now.
Just bump off the cushion, get a couple of balls higher than it is now, and you've got the one past the red. With an angle to get on the one on the left-hand side. 2 left in the middle of the table. All good to get you on your 8 ball. Quite like going forward there. If you get straight in on that yellow to right centre, you're out, because your straight in right centre gives you the perfect angle yellow top right corner to get on the 8 ball. Now the cue ball's doing some mileage. I mean, it's the same deal coming back. I suppose if you land straight, you've got that same shot. If you land with angle, you've got an angle to play on the yellow into the centre, but he's come up a lot shorter than that. The cue ball's doing a lot more mileage.
So let's keep running.
Do you just take it long and just back yourself? Just take it long, cue ball just above the right centre pocket, or do you send the cue ball around the houses here? well, not entirely sure whether he was trying to go up and down or just try and hold there, but it's a long way out. Big misjudgment, whichever way he was going. Doesn't matter.
Still fancied him for that 8-ball though, and played a good one. Bit of a furrowed brow from Rikki. He just maybe gets to grips with conditions out there. These early conditions will play completely different to anything he's completely used to. The Challenger Series last year, of which he was a present part. Not quite the same tables, but it just doesn't play the same as it does in the arena under the lights in front of the cameras. But Parkin, of course, has had experience to sort of adjust for that. Finally flushes a break. No way. Probably a bit thought about it.
Not the greatest of leaves. Bright smile because he's finally kept the cue ball on the table.
I thought for a second this yellow was going to knock it back in though. So did Phil.
Never quite had enough, but look where it's ended up. It's just, I mean, you've got no great first shot. I mean, I suppose you have to back yourself. Red along the top cushion, red right centre, and then you're away. All the reds go, so doesn't look like he likes it. Looks like he's thinking yellow left centre is his starter. Not all the yellows go, of course. Yellow nearest bottom left corner doesn't go. Yellows as well. Same problem exists for Rikki. The red's too far away from the pocket to make it an easy yellow off red coming down the table. So I think it's just a case of get yourself straight in on that yellow and just follow it down and get short side position on the yellow nearest the bottom right, bottom left hand corner. Take it bottom right. Not bad. I think the yellow nearest the left centre might be more awkward than I was giving it credit for to start with. I was assuming it was an easy drop into the left centre. It doesn't look it.
Is it just awkward enough?
I mean, it looks horrible on the overhead. It looks like it would drop in on the main camera. That does not look nice.
To know. Disappointing visit in the end for Rikki.
Where does a red in the triangle area go? Doesn't need a nudge. Play a plant on the one on the left hand side, although the red's to the side of the pocket. So I was about to say it would just throw the red away from the pocket a touch. We're not going to find out. Slightly surprising miss from Phil. Get the sense both players know this is the moment for their night. All hinges on whether they're still involved in this over the course of the next 6 minutes, and it's been a little bit edgy. Scratchiest frame of the night so far. The way he played that, this yellow must be fairly comfortable into left centre. It really doesn't look it. In it goes.
Cheeky camera angles, but to show Rikki really missed a trick in not getting out previously. Phil's letting back in. Dangerous player to let back in, especially to go 3-1 behind. Phil Parkin is right up against it here. Clock will stop in a moment. The noise you just heard is the heralding of the 15-second shot clock. It means the stop the racking of the balls. Phil Parkin is going to need to find some inspiration. And really, it's 3 frames in the next 5 minutes if he's to stay in the night. You can stay in with a draw in this scenario, but the only way you can go through by losing and then drawing your first 2 matches is by winning your last one. A 4-way 6-red shootout. It still never happened. Great for Rikki to find. Surely that's not dry as well, is it? You can't do much more. You cannot do much more if you're Rikki Jones.
Again, it's an awful lead for Phil though. Okay, first thing is he's over the moon to see a brilliant break be dry for his opponent, but he didn't have a great starter. But he's found one. He doesn't get any result of that though. He's got to go up the table here. This is tough. Tester queuing. Tournament life hinges on this shot.
He deserved a bit better off that shot. It's going to cause extension. He has to, really.
I think he's got to play it because he's got to win three frames from here. There's no safety options. You just got to stand up and cue one in. Wasn't nice. He hasn't had much run out there tonight for sure, Phil. You know, the breaks have talked about gone against him, and shots like that he just played. I know he's made a mistake here and there as well, but you know, on another day he lands on a red at the bottom of the table and he can find a route to get out.
Yeah.
And he just lands awkward, about as awkward as it could do, having made a good opening ball.
Yeah, it's not to say that Phil's played perfect or anything. There has been a couple of errors that he'll be annoyed by. I think it's also probably fair to say that everything that could have gone wrong for him has.
This is Rikki's chance. Play on, take the bottom one of the 2 yellows on the left-hand side. What are you on to next? Does that yellow go right centre? I think it does. It may not quite have the bottom jaw, but I think he can drop it in. He's only playing it dead weight. See it. Yeah, it's perfect here. Actually could have maybe done with another half a turn, assuming he wants to play on the one on the left hand side next, which would be my preference. He's going to go up the table.
Two and a half to play. Rikki Jones is almost there. Writing starting to become clear on the wall for Phil Parkin. Tester of a yellow for Rikki Jones. Make it and he's won the match. Oh, I say that. He's left himself, well, a tricky 8-ball. Line pocket coming up. And it's gonna stay up. So 1 minute and 46 and ticking for Phil Parkin.
He has the next break, so golden break's in play for sure. I suspect if he clears these up, he will move to the cut break and try and make that happen. Draw keeps him in the night, but as you've already mentioned, he really wants to win it. But this could do some real damage to Rikki Jones if he manages to rattle off too quickly here.
I think he took his eye off the cue ball side that last shot.
Yeah, I think so. I think he just said, if I make the pot, I'm going to win the match. And
well, that's precisely what I said.
Yeah, well, it was. Yeah, I mean, whereas actually the 8-ball wasn't a guarantee. Part of the reason why I liked getting on that one into the bottom corner first, and then the one over top right meant you had all the room in the world to get on the 8-ball nicely.
rattled off the clearance in under a minute. 52-second counter clearance from Phil Parkin. And he's going to need a golden break if he wants all of the marbles from this match.
If you're Phil Parkin here, would you take a golden break right now? Sorry, not a breaking clearance right now to essentially get the draw, keeping your hopes just about alive? Then you need the next match to be a draw, and then obviously the reverse of the results. Or, you know, because the golden break and then having an opportunity to make a reverse clearance is so unlikely.
I think you've got to get yourself level as soon as possible.
I mean, you have to chase the golden for sure.
Ball's going to become pretty stationary. That did not open up for him at all.
Didn't hit that one anywhere near as well as the cut break he hit in his first match, where he very nearly made the golden duck. He crunched that cut break then, and this time it was more of a timid, slight miss hit. And Rikki now knows inside he's won this match. He just has to not stand there and chalk his cue and play one shot, essentially.
There's never been a better chalked cue.
Yes. Always, especially for new professionals, it's an uncomfortable feeling out there.
Let's play one more shot officially. As shot clock and match clock aren't quite aligned, and there we have it. Phil Parkin shakes his hand. Rikki Jones is a winner on the Ultimate Pool Pro Series for the very first time. He stays alive in the Champions League. Phil the Power Parkin as his light shuts out as we head to the winners match next. Eddie Barker takes on John McAllister.